Season 9. This is round 1 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Today we have the Gold Class racing for the first time this season. A lot of new drivers. As for me, my name is Connor J. Loft, or better known as Connor. And with me I have my brilliant co-host, Dougie Falcons, or better known as Dougie. Dougie, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing okay. Welcome. Hello everyone. Yeah, we're going to brand new season 9 of TCR. We are doing Bahrain as the first race of the 16-round season of the new season of Season 9. New drivers going in, trying to push the luck so they can get into Platinum here towards the end of the season for the new game in F1 2020. So yeah, it should be exciting. Brand new fresh start. Everyone starts at 0. Should be...
Hell yes, it should be. And I'm really excited for this season, especially with all the new drivers we have. It should be a really tight field. I believe, if I am correct, we have a couple of guys coming up from silver in Bam Bam. Used to be Lucking Up, is now Seagrass. I believe there's one more guy flying Yippo is also come up from silver. We also have a couple of guys that have dropped down from platinum. Jones is one, and I believe, is that it? Is Jones the only one? I believe so. And the only other guy that I missed, sorry, my apologies, from silver is Pro Kart Racer. He is another guy from silver that has come up. So we have a lot of people from last year's gold. We have a big contender who finished second. W, we had a guy in third. We had D Crime. We also had Airborne who finished fourth. And a few kind of guys in between and a little bit all over. So it should be very fun to watch today. I'm very excited. I'm especially excited to see what kind of competition we're going to get after yesterday in the silver race. Dougie, do you want me to go through what happened yesterday, or are you good?
Yeah, go through it. I wasn't...
Okay. Well, it was a good qualifying from Berlin, who is a new guy in silver. He qualified on pole with, I think, a 27.9 or a 27.7. I'm not too sure. There were a couple guys that were close. The pack was super close. Everyone was so close, from first to about, I think, 14th. I don't think there was much in it. I think there was maybe a second and a half. The race, I mean, everyone got a clean start. We had no mayhem at the beginning. A couple people spun. One person got unfortunately disqualified due to trying to swing around, and if you go backwards, you know, on strict rules, it automatically disqualifies you, so he had the unfortunate events of that. Everything was going great. We had one VSC for a wing, I believe, on the track. That happens from time to time. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the race, I did hear from X-Braze that he, coming through this section right here where Airborne's coming, he clipped, I believe, the inside curb, spun, hit the wall, and took off both his tires. Ended up calling out a safety car. Everyone decided to pit or not to pit, and we had a great finish at the end. I'm pretty thrilled. I'm in silver myself. I'm in that class. I managed to pull out a very surprising second place, so I had a really good race. I'm kind of sad that you missed it, Dougie.
Yeah, it was kind of like busy. No, but yeah, I didn't watch the race, but I did see the stream after the race. It was very enjoyable, actually, I must say. Spec was actually very good commentary, commentating, explaining it to us. So it's case in your face as well. It was very good. But Airborne, about to finish this up, had a very scruffy middle sector, actually. Going a little bit steery through there, but still puts in a 128.0. It was the first time in TCR qualifying of the new season. 28.0, Jones goes to 29.4 on the hard tires. Nice. See who else needs to finish that up.
I'm going on board with, I believe I'm going to go on board with,
Crime. P Crime finishes up, goes second with
nice.
his time with a
So the
128.6.
Red Bulls get a real good start there, eh?
The Red Bulls at the moment, front row. Failed UX puts it in P3. The McLaren is next of, I believe, Flying Jippo. No, he's starting his lap, sorry.
As I believe Fail just goes with a 128.8 on the medium tires. I'm just going to set it, guys, so that you can see what tires are on. I apologize for missing that. It's the first race of the season. Give me a little second, I'll be with you guys. Yeah, you're getting some good times. Obviously, it looks like Airborne and that are just, and Crime are just saying, let's go out on the softs. That's what we're starting on. So they must have gone for the soft package, the 4 soft tires to start, the softer of the 4. Oh, as Flying Yippo retires. I'm not too sure what happened there, but yeah.
Yeah, he crashed in the, he retired in the exit of turn 7. I think that's the hairpin in the sector, so...
He must have got loose on those hards.
Probably, and crashed out. But
yeah.
At the moment, Red Bull front row. Very good start for Airborne Tiger. Very good lap, actually, considering...
Wow. I have to disagree. I think Kitten, the lap he set on the medium tires, a 128.7? I mean, he's only 7/10 off of Airborne with those softs. I mean, I know there's not a huge difference to the mediums and the softs, but still, that's an incredible time from Kitten Petter. So, very good to see. I mean, maybe he's seen that I got second yesterday and said, hey, man, maybe I got a chance this year. It's a new season. It's a new start. He's got a new helmet, a new team. He is not in the McLaren anymore. So maybe this is going to work out for him. He's trying to pull his inner Swarner from last year, so I'm excited to see what the field may do. I mean, if Kitten stays on those tires and is able to stay there, that's a pretty good time. Oh, he said... Sorry to interrupt you, but Flying Yippo just said in the Discord himself, said the little slightest touch on the suspension, I believe, on the curb, and he said he just spun and hit the wall. So on those hard tires, I mean, with the hard tires, you have to get them a lot, you know, a lot hotter than you would any other tire, because if they're not in prime grip, you're just going to lose everything. You're not going to be able to control the car if it loses it, because, I mean, they're the lesser of 3 grips, right? So having those tires, they're beautiful when they work. When they don't, they're not so fun. As I think everyone's going in the pits. E-Rec just kind of just chilling.
Yeah, I think there was that, and I think the fact that the curb does spit you out quite aggressively as well in the exit of that corner. So it's just one of those unlucky things where the lack of grip and also the lack of grip of the curbs can mess up your momentum and even makes you spin and hit the wall. And that was unfortunate for him there.
That's true. That is true.
10 minutes to go, we got another Red Bull coming out.
And we got yellow flag set to 1, but I think that's for someone who's slowing down. One thing I'd like to add for all these new people, maybe in the live chat tonight, if you have your top 3 picks for tonight, put them in the chat, and we will pick a few from that. We'll give ours towards the end of qualifying. I want to see what qualifying brings. I'd also like to point out that, as you can see in the kind of bottom, kind of mid right hand corner, you have the map now. Since Codemasters decided to actually do something good for the game, they decided to give us a map, which is great, because now you can see when the battles are happening and you can get a better idea on what's going on and where there's a crash or where something happens. You know, you got a little bit better of an idea of everything that's going on. It's just very helpful.
Yes, as most people are on their outlaps right now. We've got D-Crime on his outlap, Kitten, Bucky, and FLGX, top 3 or 4 of the top 5 drivers. All
as everyone right goes fastest sector 1.
Everyone does go fastest sector 1. Rather than bothered. Keeps it nice and tidy. This time. His first run was a bit messy, though. I had actually the exit of the corner. Lost the back end.
Beautiful,
Tricky.
beautiful through there. Beautiful. Oh no, he gets a little bit loose.
Tricky
Go ahead,
double
son.
apex. Yeah, it
Yes.
was tricky double apex. Kept it clean, but the exit kind of messed him up, right? Keeping
Has
it
he?
flat, more or
Yes.
less.
I think that's got to be fastest sector 2 for sure. I mean, that's a really... Oh no. No, it's not.
It's not fast as sector 2, but he's still keeping going on the lap. I'm not sure if he's backed up properly, but trying to finish off on a high. Doesn't go wide to open up the corner. Keeps a narrow line.
Oh,
Back
no.
a little bit. Does a 27.8.
7.8.
It's a lot more time to find in that lap.
Fastest last sector too, so he's got a lot of time to find in the middle sector, but you know what? That's another good lap. That's another good lap. I'm going on board with D Crime now as he's coming through sector into sector 2, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the Red Bull. Didn't have the cleanest of exits coming out of turn 8, well, turn 9. Into the double exit of turn 10. Had the better exit of the turn 10. Double apex. Takes a wide line to open up the corner in the entry of turn 11. Which helps him through 12 and 13. Doesn't opt for a wider line, he opts for a shallower line going into the corner, so...
The
there's a fear of
fastest
touching
middle
that curve.
sector. Fastest middle sector.
Does put the fastest middle sector of anybody. The D-Crime is on a mission right now, Sister Red Bull.
Has failed, goes second with a 128.4 on the mediums. Wow, what a lap. And Kitten goes fastest with a 127. And Crime with a 128.1. So he's got some time to find in the first and third sector, but oh golly, wow, what a time from Kitten. That is something else. And Coleman's finally coming out onto the track. He's gonna...
We didn't go on board with Kim Peters, so we didn't know how good that lap was, but he's only half a tenth faster, but I feel that everyone could find a lot more time in that lap.
That middle sector, yes. He probably lost a good 2/10 just from that slight little spin, I think, because he lost quite a bit of time.
Yeah, there's more time to find W lags out from the session. Definitely more time to find from everyone. Who knows what Kitten could do, if he could do better. Hopefully he can, to make this qualifying very interesting with 5 minutes to go.
As I'm going on board with Coleman, start the lap. I want to see...
D-Crime kind of surprised me a bit, because it actually was looking alright. It was just not
fast.
not fast.
Yeah.
Like, the time doesn't reflect the lap
No.
like he was doing. So it was kind of weird. Dre set up to P3, 27.9.
It's not a bad time. So there's going to be, like I said, this is going to be a very close race. So if you want to start on those medium tires and you can get a good lap, D-Swish yesterday, the winner of the silver race, he ended up qualifying, I believe, 3rd or 4th on the medium tires. So he had the strategy right off the bat, and he was just able to take it to the end. Granted, we have me and him had a little coming together at the end. I went for a move up the inside of after turn 2, the little bend up the straight in sector 1, and he had a little bit of internet lag, didn't know I was there, and we kind of came together. I got a little loose and he was able to keep the position, and that was how he was able to keep the win. So unfortunate in that, because I could have had my first win in TCR, but I got my first podium, and yeah, D-Swish had the best strategy. The best strategy, I thought, was the one stop. Medium to hard, and if you had a safety car at the end, put on some softs and let her go. As Coleman's going to come across the line here, and goes 8th fastest with a 28.7. Not a bad lap. Not a fast lap, as I'd like to notice, I know this sounds crazy, but I believe, if I'm correct, Coyote set it on the hard tires. He set a 128.6 on the hard tire. Not the medium, on the hard tire. So if I'm looking at someone that's going to be quick on a medium tire, I'm watching out for him, as he is coming out of the pits. So when he starts his fast lap, I will go on board with him. I'm on board with Bam Bam right now. W has joined back in, so hopefully that'll be okay. He's slow. Coleman's obviously going.
So Kaijin is not opting to go on the soft tire, which is kind of interesting because you think chances of safety cars are now in the update of this game, the safety cars are quite high chance. So you'd think. Like,
here's why I say he's being smart. Here's why I'm saying he's being smart. One, he was absolutely obliterating on the hard tires. I mean, he was only, and I mean this, he was under a second off of the soft fastest time. I know that might come down, the soft might come down, but still, he set a 128.6 on the hard tires. So he's yet to set a lap on these mediums. So if these mediums, and he sets a real good lap, like I said, the medium to hard strategy was the best strategy because you could go out longer on the mediums. The medium pace was actually brilliant. Like, I'm not joking here. Like, I was on them and I was able to stay with the front guys for the whole first stint. I was only about 5 seconds off of the lead group. And on the hard tires, yes, it's a big difference to... Okay. It's a big difference to the soft tires. It really is. Or the medium tire. There is a big difference. But at the end of the race, when there's a safety car, because it's more likely at the end of the race to be a safety car, right? Because everyone's pushing and things happen. So I was more happy when that happened because I had extra softs, brand new fresh softs, and most of the front guys didn't because they used the soft tires. They went for the two-stop or they used them in the qualifying, and they weren't able to do what I was able to do and go on those new softs. And that's what gave me the biggest advantage at the end. That's what was able to get, along with a couple people having penalties, I was able to pick up those places because I was just so much faster because I had so much more grip. It was amazing.
Sorry to cut you for that.
No, it's fine.
I was going to say, Kaijin had a lot of traffic coming on the lap with Airborne and I think M9 Racing trying to do that. But at the moment, he's doing okay. It's not going to be the fastest, but he is improving. So
now he can set 2 laps on these tires because he should come across the line with enough time to set 1 more lap. So if he doesn't bail out, I mean, he's not going to have ERS, but I don't know. I think you go for it. I think you go for that second lap and you use what you got. And if that's a little bit of ERS that you're going to have, I mean, granted right now, if he doesn't set a faster time than he did on his mediums, he's still going to be, as he goes fifth.
That's it, the P5 at 28.1, so it wasn't.
And he is pushing. He is pushing, so I think he's going for a second lap. He is definitely going for a second lap. Yes, he is.
So he is doing a second lap, so we got everyone starting his lap.
Oh! Kitten slides out of turn, I believe that's turn 12?
That's his out lap though, that was on his out lap.
I think those tires, I don't think he can set a lap. He's not going to have enough time. He hit the... You remember when you said, I don't know if you want to take the inside curve? He did the inside curve and he just lost it. So, that's his time set. So let's see what Airborne can do. Airborne is red, I think, Sector 1, it looks like.
Improve.
I think he's bailed out too.
Yeah, Airborne's bailed out.
Failed with the fastest lap. A 127.5.
So it's on Dre now. Can Dre actually improve his time? He was the only one that actually was going to
finish top
4.
And he goes second. As we still got Kyoching on a lap, so let's see what he can do too. It's not over yet, and W's on a lap too. I don't know what W's on, but if he just went 10th. He went 10th fastest. So let's see what Kyochi's got. He's the last guy to set a lap. Here we go. As he comes to the line, is it going to be fastest? No, but it is 5th fastest. So I mean, he did 2 laps on the mediums, but that second lap, he did a 28.0. He was only 5/10, just under 5/10, just under 5/10, under the fastest lap. So he is in prime position. I'm gonna go with your prediction first. So your top 3 prediction for the race.
Top 3 prediction. It's gonna be really close actually. I can't really predict. I'm gonna go for Dre to probably win the race from Air1 P2, and we'll put maybe a medium runner, Bam Bam, maybe Keochin, P3. That'll be top 3.
Hi. Sorry, that was my mother trying to talk to me. Sorry. My mom came in. She was trying to talk to me. Wrong time. But my top 3, I'm going completely off. I'm going for the win today. I have Airborne Tiger. For P2, I have Kyochin. And for P3, my good old buddy, like you said, I have Bam Bam. I think Bam Bam's getting faster. He's done a lot of time practicing at this track, I know for sure. He gave me a great setup for yesterday's race. I appreciate that very much. So I have to give third place to Bam Bam. I hope he gets his first podium for gold class. My outsider, I have 2 outsiders that may pop in. One is Kitten Petter. I think he's got great speed on the softs, and he wasn't too bad on the other tires either if he would go on them. He's done quite a bit of practicing. And I don't want to count out Coleman. Coleman last year got second place at this track last season. So if he does it right, he does the strategy and everything, we should be A-okay. Dougie, I just got to do something for a quick moment while we wait on the formation lap. If you would like to go through each team and each driver for the team, please, if you could do that for me while I do this quickly for my mother.
Sure thing. While he's busy doing that, he'll go through everything like that. The strategy should be a 2-stop race, we think. 1 to 2 stop race, so marginal 1 stop. Depending on the safety car, if it comes out, it could be a 1 or 2 stop race. But this is how they all line up for the grid and the formation that gets underway. Feld UX leads them off after a stunning pole position on the soft tires, starts on pole position on the runway. And then we've got Dre doing a dying moment lap, getting P2 on the grid, starting from the front row. Then we've got Kitten Petter in P3, the second runner, and Airborne Tiger, the first of the Red Bulls, in P4 on the second runner grid. Let's see what he could do on those soft tires. We got the first of the medium runners, Keochin, who did a great lap to put it onto P5 ahead of 2 soft runners in P5, and Jones in P6 with a Decrime in P7. See what the sister Red Bull could do as well as the Ferrari as well. They never know. It's going to be a very interesting race. Bam Bam in P8, the next of the medium runners. We have the next few drivers on the medium runners, so that could measure. Bam Bam in P8, Coleman in P9, W in P10, Lucky P11, opting to go softs for his run. First driver to choose his tires. Lucky opting to go softs with Pro Kart Racer in P12 in the Mercedes, choosing mediums. We got M9 Racing in 13th, opting to go mediums. The Taupe in the Haas, P14, opting to go mediums. Erect P15 in the sister Haas, opting to go mediums. We got Cerberus, aka Locking Up, in the Toro Rosso, opting to go also mediums. We got Gracker in P17 in the sister Ferrari, who has all the work to do in with mediums. Mr. Clues in P18 in the mediums. Frost Tacker, only person to go on the hard tires, in P19, and Flying Jibber, who crashed out in the early phase of qualifying, starts at the back, P20. So McLaren at the front, and then McLaren at the back, as they line up the grid. We've got Connor, who just returned.
Yes, I did, right in time.
And he will get back to you and start the race.
I guess there's a couple guys that must have come together at the start and are on the grid, so that's not a good start for them for that. Obviously, one person did put on the chat, and it is Sinister Owl, a a commentator. He's actually very good and might be doing platinum tomorrow. He said Kitten Petter 1, Kitten Petter 2, and Kitten Petter 3. So, whatever he does. Alright, guys. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're out! And away we go, as Fail gets not the greatest of starts, but better than most people. Kitten gets a very good start. Dre Diggy just staying there. What are you seeing at the back right now?
Not much at the moment, but I just noticed that the Red Bulls had a very bad start, and they're being like drowned by like 8 cars.
Sorry to interrupt you here, but Kitten going for a move up the inside on his teammate into turn 1, or turn 3. And they try not to hit each other.
Dre hits the wall coming out into
turn
4.
Yeah, no wing damage.
He did get doing
damage. Oh no,
damage,
it's fine, Jippo. Sorry, I did go down to Dre. Oh yes, he did get slight end plate damage. I don't know what happened to W with a 5-second penalty. Not too sure what happened there, but a good start from both the Renaults and Kyochen. Up to 3rd place from 5th, up 2 places. D-Crime up 3. Airborne's down 5 positions. Did he get wing damage, or did he just get into troubles with Dre? He must have.
He just got bogged down at the start. He dropped a lot of places. He was at 11th at one point from the start, but got back up 2 positions as LGX retakes back the lead from Kittenfeder while we were talking about that. Kittenfeder on P2K.
Kyochen is right on Kittenfeder.
Yeah, right on the back of him, and he's actually starting to put pressure on the Renaults. So he's had a fantastic start. D-Crime also had a good start as well, gaining up 3 positions. Him and Bam Bam as well.
Yes.
Both gained 3 positions.
The biggest winner so far is Flying Hippo, starting I believe last and up to 6th. Biggest loser is unfortunately Dre Diggy, and W as well, who has pitted. So unfortunately he must have had wing damage. It looks like Dre's going to stay out. He's going to try and go a longer stint on those softs and just pit at normal time so he doesn't lose too much time, which is a smart idea. But he has the opportunity to get a safety car to get back into the race, because it is possible to. So after the chaotic first start of the first lap, so obviously we have Failed in 1st, who started on pole. Kitten is in 2nd place, who started in 3rd. Kyochen in 3rd, up from P5. D-Crime up 3 spots in 4th. Bam Bam up 3 spots in 5th, and he's giving D-Crime a little bit of a bother. So good showing from Bam Bam. Jones in P6. Coleman is P7, and Jones did not go up any. Coleman's up 2. Bucky TV is up 3 positions to 8th. Airborne Tiger, D-Crime's teammate, is down 5 positions in 9th, trying to make some moves here. Coleman gets a 3-second time penalty already. That's an early penalty, but he can call that back. Procart is in P10, up 2, and that is your top 10. Sorry, Dougie, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say there's like a mini train going on from 6th downwards between Jones, Coleman, Bucky. Everyone is now starting to have a look, probably for a move into turn 1 on Bucky. Bucky defends turn 1, the inside of turn 1.
As they touch Will slightly.
Try and hold it, but
Bucky gives him no room really.
Maintains position. We've got another battle between D-Crime and Bam Bam. Bam Bam going around the outside in turn 4.
They touched, but unfortunately it was a racing incident. D-Crime was already loose as it was before that happened, and unfortunately when he got touched on the inside, he had nothing there. He'd already lost all the downforce as it was, so not a good start from the 2 Red Bulls. But a brilliant start from Bam Bam in the Toro Rosso. Excuse me, sorry.
Slightly racing instead, slightly putting the power a bit too early, it seems. Z-Crime spun and into turn 4. Didn't seem to get damaged though, so he's quite lucky with that one. But
yes, his tires will be very hot.
His tires will be very hot. He lost a bundle of time as well. But let's see if he can probably get back into it. Maybe a safety car or.
Now Bam Bam is pulling away from Jones now, so Bam Bam's got 9/10 on Jones now. So if he can keep it up and keep pushing, he should be able to pull out of DRS range. But I'm not too sure. He's close.
Kinped at the fastest sector, that's the fastest lap. He's now within 4/10 of the lead.
As we have a huge train here. 13.
Top 3,
yes.
Top 3, thing away now.
A second, yes.
And we've got a train now beginning to form with, as you mentioned, with
We have two
Bam Bam
trains.
Jones, Coleman. Yeah, effectively, yeah, but with Bam Bam Jones, Coleman, Bucky, and Airborne Tiger, and Pro Kart Racer P9, all these drivers in like this mini train, or big train, should I say, coming through the middle sector here, as top 3 starting to ease away.
On board of Jones, it looks like he hasn't changed his helmet yet from when he was with the McLaren. He's still using the blue, white, and orange, so it's a little weird to see for a Ferrari. But hey, whatever floats his boat and makes it work. Yeah. As obviously you have Kitten is kind of just hanging there. He's in where he needs to be, but he's not fully there yet, but he's close enough. He's just knocking on the door, and I think if I'm Kyo-chan, I'm just relaxing here. I don't know, I get you want to be in first, but you're on the better tire strategy. You don't want to use those tires early. So if I'm him, I'm staying off of them enough, just staying to get DRS, as Kyo-chan goes fastest. Wow, 132.0, so like, oh shit, Jesus.
He outbrakes himself. He tried to go for a move. It looks like he tried to go for a bit half-heartedly, and then all of a sudden, like, outbraked himself again.
Yup.
So now lost a bit of time by doing that move, as we got all sorts of things going on. We got Coleman now all the way up to P5 from out of nowhere.
And Coleman is coming. Oh no!
Coleman spins.
As
Coleman
you
spins.
commentate a curse from both of us, so...
He almost hits Flying Jipper.
Hippo.
Flying Jipper to take avoiding action there. Flying Jipper wants to take avoiding action there, and
I don't know if he didn't notice that Coleman was pulling around, but
I think
from what I could see, Coleman, yeah, I'm not too sure what Coleman was thinking there. As Secret said, Kano, facepalm, facepalm, facepalm. I did not say the swear word, I stopped myself, so just remember that. I said Jesus, but I did almost say the word, but I did stop myself, so I apologize.
K-Chan sets the fastest middle sector of anybody, and he's putting a lot of pressure on at least soft runners and two runners, and he's now, even though making that mistake in turn 1, is found all the time back again, carrying that middle sector, and he's now putting a lot of pressure on Kitten. Failed UX sets the fastest out.
Yep.
Failed goes fastest.
I believe he's gonna make the move here. I think he said, okay, enough is enough. I've sat behind you enough. I need to make this move now.
He does. Kitten.
And he gives him the space, and he gets a little bit loose, so...
Kitten holds out. Kitten holds the position as he tries to go around the outside. Kitten has another go at DRS. Just a bit too far back. Probably needs to save the DRS a little bit.
As I believe Bucky retired.
Yeah, he hit the wall.
Yes, he lost it and hit the wall, so I don't know if this will bring us safety car? Yes, it has.
Safety car.
This is going to help Dre Diggy. This is going to help W. Anyone that is pitting right now, they're going to be so happy, but I don't know why Erec's going on the softs. I know he's replacing his wing, but he's going on the soft tires. It's too early.
This helps the soft runners a lot. If anything, it helps the Renault drivers, but it kind of screws over the one of the Renault drivers, and that being Kitten, as he would have to take another lap under the safety car to pit again. So whether or not Kitten wants to stay under the safety car is entirely up to him, but it screws on the Renault driver.
I believe there... Coleman! Oh no, Coleman! A drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Now, just to remember, I didn't know this was for sure, but I know you don't have to take the penalty, and that you get 20 seconds at the end of the race. I don't know why.
No, you don't. You get disqualified.
It didn't yesterday when other people did it.
You can't do that. You get disqualified.
I don't know. The game yesterday, Dorian got one under it and did not serve the penalty. I don't know if it was because he did it in the last 3 laps, but we had more under the safety car.
Did he do it in the last 3 laps? Okay, if it's the last 3 laps, then yeah, it'll be 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know if Coleman's...
If it was any time during the race, it'd be an instant disqualification.
As Latupi gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And
So
so the Reynolds decided to double stack, Kitten decided to double stack, and somehow ended up still being within his teammate actually. So that was still a good pit stop from the Renault
brilliant. I
drivers.
think he gave himself a little bit of time. He slowed down a little bit to let him go ahead, failed, and then was able to get that gap to not lose too much. Obviously, you have three gentlemen that decided not to pit, obviously because they were on the medium tires. Kyochen now, Bam Bam, and Seagrass. Wow, Seagrass up 13 positions. I think he's trying to pull an inner me, starting from the back and being up there. So, very good from him.
The medium runners that started off at the start, which was only 3 drivers, which would have been Seagrass, Bam Bam, and Cajun, are kind of screwed a little bit. They'd have to pit again. They need to build up this gap if they really want to get good position.
Especially since they're when the back runners from failed on will pit, excuse me, and go on the softer tires or whatever the choice may be for themselves. They will have the faster pace, especially when, if you think about it, Bam Bam probably will be going on to the hards. I mean, it depends how long the safety car is, right? If the safety car is in this lap, but it's not, because the safety car has not gone in. So if the safety car is in this lap, if it was, sorry, it would make a big difference. But really and truthfully, this is helping them too, because by the safety car staying out,
it's not, because it's not helping. Because at the same time, when they have to build a gap of almost 20 seconds, so they can actually, 20 or seconds, so they can be able to catch the field.
Well, no. Not at all.
So I don't think, yeah.
No, because if they've only got one more, if they've only got to make one more stop, and everyone else will have to stop, I can definitely attest that the mediums will not make it to the end of the race. So everyone will have to stop.
Most drivers are in the hard tires too.
Okay, so from Jones, okay, I got you. See, Kitten and Failed did not do that. So exactly. Jones, Procar. Okay, yes. Now I understand.
Look at Jones, Procar, Airborne, Coleman, M9 Racing. You got
now, just remember, Coleman does have a drive-through to do, so Coleman's in a unfortunate predicament where he will need a safety car to get back into the race. But for now, it's not looking so bad. Someone has to go on board with Latoupe, so that's what we shall do for the moment. But once we get racing, we're going to be going up front. I just wanted him to get his little bit of onboard time he asked for. Again, are you keeping your predictions as is, or are you wanting to change them?
Well, at the moment they're forever changing because of strategies. But at the moment, the lead driver in the hard runners is Jones.
Yep.
Who's going to the end. Like, they're all going to the end. That's on the hard tires, surely.
Okay, so I'll put it to you this way then. I'll put it to you this way. Out of all the people who have stopped and gone onto the hard tires...
Safety car is in this lap.
Yes. Out of everyone on the hard tires, who do you think has the best opportunity to win the race? Just out of
Jones.
those. Okay, you think Jones. I think Airborne. I think after his little bit of a rough start, he's right there. He's back in the race. He's on the hard tires. He's on the compound he needs. And I still think Kyo-chan's going to be fast enough. He'll probably pull out a gap. It's whether or not Bam Bam and that can stay with him.
But they need to pit in 6 laps time. Surely they can't make the strategy work because they all go for the restart. And Kitten has the best run of them all. Gets past his teammate and he's looking into for P3.
As he goes for it.
Goes for the inside of P3.
Beautiful turn, and he takes the inside curb and gets the move.
Failed spins after Jones hits the side of it. Failed UX spins all the way back down to 18. So another spinner, Mr. Clues, who's actually spun it on the exit of turn 3. As Kyochit now leads the Grand Prix from Bam Bam, Kitten now to P3, Seagrass P4, and Jones is P5. Jones is P5 and upping under pressure. Seagrass.
No damage on the wing. Oh, and Jones gets really loose. As I said, Airborne has made the move on Procard already, so Airborne is up to 6th place. Can he get Jones here? Now, Jones needs
But
to
Coleman-
remember there's two laps before you get DRS again. So he needs to either pull out a gap of a second, or he needs to hope and pray that Airborne makes a mistake, because at the way it's going, Airborne is catching him and catching him very quickly.
So Flying Jippo gets past Coleman, because Coleman was trying to look for a move. Pro Kart Racer saying Coleman almost passed it, and now Flying Jippo out of nowhere up to P7, even though he's on the soft tire, going and trying to make up positions. Coleman now dropped down to 9th place because
Yellow
M9
flag
Racing is
set
now
for
good.
3. That's for
The
Pro
other one.
Kart. Pro Kart lost it. I don't know where. I didn't see it. But I guess Pro Kart made him.
Coleman serves his drive-through penalty, but at the moment, got the top 3 of Kajin leading Bam Bam in P2 and Kitten in P3. Kitten now starting to reel in Bam Bam, gaps now 1.2 seconds. We've got Airborne Tiger and Jones starting to reel in, so I guess again, after being close by, Airborne's now all of a sudden getting even closer. Flying Jippo is
Flying Jippo is
obviously.
about to get. He's about to get him on these soft tires. So
He is, but he will need to fit again in a few
yes,
laps.
he will do. Yes, he will do. I
So,
mean, it works
everyone-
if you can get a safety car at the end of the race where you've either got a longer stint or able to pit and go again like this. But right now, if I was Yippo and I would have pitted, I probably would have gone on the hard on the medium tires. Okay.
Everyone
I
doesn't
think he
necessarily
just-
needs to fit, so
I think he just said he doesn't want to get involved with it on the soft tires. He knows he's faster. He knows he's got the time to M9 Racing. So smart move on his point. Oh, as he gets really loose but saves it. So Yippo is now on the back of Jones and absolutely flying. He's gonna get a move on him into this last corner here. He is absolutely gunning for this. And he gets the
Yes.
move, and he makes it stick, so should get DRS? No, he will not. Oh no, this lap, yes, right.
DRS enabled this up
As Jones is coming back at...
he's trying to come back at it, but I don't think he doesn't need to. Flying Jippo needs to fit again, as they go
As they touch, and they both...
holding each other. Do they spin?
No.
That was very close.
But Airborne
That was
now
very
is going to get DRS, and is going to get a very good chance up here on Jones, but Jones looks like he's running lower wings. So he's got the straight line speed to do that, but yes, what a send is indeed correct, Sinister, from Flying Yippo. So Flying Yippo up to P5 after starting last, spinning, going back down and back up. So really good start from him, but again, like you said, short-lived. He has to pit again. So, and lucking up goes very wide. So Flying Yippo is going to get the inside move on here, and he should be able to get it done because he will have DRS. Kitten Petter is right on Bam Bam's tail now, so he's knocking on the door saying, "Hi, I'm here." As Kitten goes fastest middle sector. Now, a good thing to note, they have pulled a little bit of a gap to 4th place now, 3.9 seconds. Now, Yippo will be able to kind of climb that down, but the next guy in there is Segrist. So, about, I'd like to say Kyochin has about a 7-8 second gap already to the hard tire guys. So this has really worked out for him. As
He has a 7-second gap between him and Jones, who's effectively leading the Grand Prix. But you've got to look at, he has to pit again. He's going to be in traffic again. I don't know if he can go to do the overtakes again to be able to get up to the win. And at the moment, it's Jones's to lose.
I don't think
Kitten
so.
also.
I don't think so.
I think Kitten has to somehow have to hold on to the medium tires, or has to pit again, one or the other.
He's not going to hold on to the medium tires. I would love it that be happening, but the max he'll get out of them is 13 laps. So if he pitted on lap 6, I believe, even with the safety car, so give him 2 more laps, it's not going to be enough. It's really not.
Mr. Clues has spun and exited before.
Oh, as Lucking Up gets a really big lag, and Jones too, and Airborne? They're all lagging here, so... as... Big crash! Airborne gets hit! There is something wrong with whoever is the host tonight.
No one's lagging, dude. Everyone I think left the session. Yeah, everyone's internet has died.
Yes.
And has left the session, so that's probably the lagging we're experiencing just
Yeah, that was absolutely weird. On board me, if you go back and watch, yes, it was crazy. Yep, that's the right time to pit. So Bam Bam's going to continue on, try and maybe lead one lap and go into the... you know what, with that, you know, I guess the lag was just, it was really weird. It was just really weird, and you didn't see it, but from my point of view, I watched it. Oh, Kitten and that were side by side. Bam Bam keeps the position.
Bam Bam's defending, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what he wants to do here, but Kitten still behind in P2. Bam Bam still defends for the position. Kitten has 6 younger tyres, of course. So,
now Kitten should be able to get him here. Look at that. Look at that exit. But look at the way Bam Bam gets off at the corner. That's what makes the difference. Kitten can catch up here, and he is going for a send. As they are side by side, but they make it work. Can they stay side by side? Oh no, Kitten gets a little loose. So does Bam Bam, but they both keep it on the track. So good from them. Good to see. And this is helping Flying catch up, but I mean, he has to pit, so it really isn't going to affect him. Jones is now obviously P4. Kyo-Chen is down in P15. He's got a lot of people to pass, so Bam Bam's going to pit here, so Kitten's going to take the lead of the race. Our first gentleman to have pitted. He is now in control of the race. He does have... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say Kitten does lead, but effectively Jones has the inherent lead because when
yes, he's only about 5 seconds off of Kitten, so Kitten needs to get the hammer time going now if he wants to get that win and if he wants to get the victory tonight. So, I mean, a good start from Kitten. He's been up there the whole race. He's been fighting, battling, and being all good. So, if he can keep this up and keep this going, I think he should have a good chance of coming back. I don't know if he'll have enough. Like you said, Jones is the guy that is the main guy, and he is now after that really confusing coming together between Seagrass, Airborne, and Jones. I mean, Jones sent it in on Airborne and Seagrass, and I think it caused Airborne to have to kind of like try and bail out and give him the space. But then he wasn't able to because Seagrass was still there. So I don't know how the stewards are going to see that. They will obviously probably take a look. Internet lag did not help either the situation because it really got weird for a moment. Yes, Jones has stopped, Sinister. He has stopped. He started on the soft tires. So he's on the hard tires. Now, one thing to notice, he did stop early on those hards, and I don't know if he'll have the tires at the end. That's another thing to mention. This track likes to eat the tires. It likes to degrade them very fast. Because of the hot weather, because of the humidity, because of it being at night, it is a little bit more cooler, but you may have Kitten coming back when he goes probably on those soft tires, I believe, at the end, so he may be coming back.
You got all sorts of battles going on for 8 now. Failed getting past Frosthacker. Frosthacker tries to catch back into P9. We also got D-Crime and Dre also battling for P10 and P11. For last positions, failed trying to get back after that spin earlier on after the safety car with him and Jones, which might be investigated.
I'm not sure if Airborne's going to be joining back because he hasn't yet and he's still driving. I mean, Kyo-Chen is now in the 13th, and he's 18 seconds off of Kitten, so with the way he is going right now, he will inherit getting up there, but does he have 14 seconds in him to catch Jones and still have the tire life left? That's the main thing here. Not only does he have to catch, then he has to pass him, and he still has to have some tires left, so I'm not too sure
I don't think Kitchen's going to win the race because he's got to overtake 7 cars to get
Well,
to Germany's
he needs what he needs is a safety car. If he
Yes,
got
he needs
even
a
if he got a safety
wants
car
to-
right now, that would help him hugely. Anytime from now, if he gets a safety car, that puts him in pole position because he has the freshest tires. He goes fastest with a 131.3. So I'd like to watch out and see what's going to happen, as he knows Airborne is not there now, so he can just drive right through his car.
Well, yeah, to be honest, Jones doesn't need to redo much. He could just protect his tires at this point. He has a nice comfortable gap between Chippo and M9 Racing. He's like 2 seconds between
Yes.
and behind. So,
Gets a little bit
fine.
loose.
There's now a sort of train forming between M9 Racing, Latope, W, Graka, and there's like another gap between obviously the battle between failed.
Oh, let's hope! Oh, he saves it. No, he saves it.
Does save it, but W got a better run. Just trying to go around the outside into turn 12.
Now, just to
And then-
notice, W has pitted. He is on the hard tires. He will not be able to go to the end of the race on these hards. I do not think so. If he does, by all means, well done. Because he was part of that first lap collision, I think, with Dre. And he's had to battle back. Granted, that safety car has helped him, but if you really think about it, he is right in this race. Because he is only... He's only 5 seconds off of Jones, so... As he's going for a move on Latope here. Yeah, it goes a little bit deep. But it keeps it. Oh, has to kind of go slowly across that corner, and that's going to allow Graka to get into it too. I mean, we have Failed coming back too now. Failed is going to catch up to this group because everyone who is fighting is now allowing everyone to catch up to him. So Frosthacker and Dre are fighting for position, and Dre just sends it around the outside, gets the position. He was a little bit... Frosthacker just said, alright, you can have the position right now. I'm just going to hang back. I'm not going to fight. D-Crime's catching up. Kyochin's coming. He is coming, and he's already taken 2 seconds out of just Kitten Petter. So he is on a mission. He is coming very fast. He is only 12 seconds off of Jones. So he's already taken about 2.5, 3 seconds out of Jones here. So if he keeps up this pace and catches him about 2 seconds a lap, should be there at the end, but I don't think...
But he has to do the overtaking as well.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, he's still got 6 other drivers on the same stretch.
Now, D-Crime's on the hard tires. It does say he's on the hard, so we have a glitch for, I think, D-Crime, because it's saying he's on the hard tires, but showing he's on the medium still. Yes, it is a glitch. I can see him change every once in a while. It's a little flicker where they're changing. As Kyochin sets the fastest lap again, and is going for a move up the inside of D-Crime. D-Crime tries to push him off, and Kyochin goes very wide, so D-Crime was...
Kyochin makes an error. He lost a lot of time. He went off to
Yes,
one.
he tried to make a send up the inside. D-Crime pushed him to the inside, and he just wasn't able to get the stop in time, so he lost all the time he gained.
We also got W, Latope, and Graka and Dre. Oh my goodness, it's almost like everyone's just almost inside each other in that corner. As Graka gets hit the side by Dre, trying on the outside of turn 8.
As Airborne's back now.
He's got
Airborne
UX.
is back, so...
Failed UX. There's a a big crash. There's Dre.
Dre is out. Dre is out. This is going to be a safety car. This is what I was talking about. This is what is going to help everyone from Kitten, because everyone now. This will help Jones too, because
that just made Kitten Pedal win the Grand Prix.
No, no, it will bunch everyone up on the same tires. If I'm correct, everyone can go on a new set of mediums and go to the end of the race now. Or no, softs will not make it. Oh, maybe yes, yes, because they should be able to make it. So. As I think Jones, yes, Jones got a 5-second penalty. He tried to push it too much. That is just cost him the race, I believe. He is going on the soft tires. Kitten is going on the mediums.
W is not pitting.
No,
So
W
W's trying
is
to
going
go.
to stay out. He's okay. Kyochin's not
Kyochin.
pitting either.
Kyochin is not
But
pitting.
he's only done 6 laps, so I can
Kitten is pitting
understand.
for medium. Kitten's pitting for mediums.
Yes, because
That's an interesting
he
strat.
doesn't want to, and as Bam Bam stays out too, so Bam Bam up to 4th, so we got a lot of different strategies now here. So what I'm thinking is these guys are thinking there's going to be another safety car, and what they're believing is if there's another safety car that comes out with like 5 laps to go, right? Everyone's going to want to pit again because they're going to want the fresh tires.
There'll be no more safety car. I think it has a time, like, safety car has like a period where it doesn't do a safety car anymore. I think it's like with 5 laps to go. And so this is the last safety car.
I'm not too sure, yeah. If it comes out soon, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I would believe so. But yeah, this might be so. A lot of different strategies now, so this is really changed the name of the game. So we got the racing points in 1 and 2. We then have a Renault in 3rd place with Kitten Petter, who has the medium tires, so he's gonna be itching to get by those two because he's got Bam Bam kind of to be a little bit of a guard, and then Yippo, who's done 2 laps, he's not gonna pit. I know that for a fact. Jones then is the first guy on the softs with M9H Racing. Failed UX is on the medium tires. Graka went for the hard tires. I'm surprised he went for the hards, but maybe he likes them. Frost Hacker went to the medium tires. D-Crime on the medium tires. La Taupe on the mediums. Erect on the hard tires, didn't pit. Procart and Airborne are on the soft tires, so they are going to be coming. Coleman went and chose a set of mediums, so he feels comfortable on those. And last but not least, Seagrass, who put on the softs. So as Ben Swerven says, let's go Bam Bam. So hopefully Bam Bam can pull it out. And to be honest with you, Bam Bam might be in the best position now because he has younger tires than Kyochin and W. So if Bam Bam can stay up there with these guys and can keep the pace, he has an opportunity to get a podium here. So a lot of craziness in this race for the second night in a row where we have had safety cars come out. More in gold. So this is making the platinum race tomorrow, which I might add, guys, does go at the same time at 8:15 Eastern to start for qualifying, and it will be hosted by the guy in 3rd, Kitten Petter, and we're not too sure who the second gentleman may be. It may be JB, or it may be Sinister Al. So depending on what happens, you will have 2 commentators for tomorrow's race. Also, while we have a moment, while there is a safety car, I'd like to say a couple things. We have a sponsor for TCR. It is Fanatec. If you go to the TCR website, which is trinitycompetitiveracing.com, I believe, you can go on there, and at the bottom of the page, I believe the Fanatec is down there, and it will take you straight to the app. Some of the proceeds that, if you do get something from Fanatec, will go to TCR to help us build and make it bigger for everyone. So if you do or are wanting to get a wheel or anything like that, pedals from Fanatec, if you go through the link, it will give us a little bit to go towards, like I said, to help the company of TCR get bigger, better, and greater as the safety car is coming in this lap. Another thing is if you are new to TCR or watching the stream, in the TCR on the page, there is also a sign up for TCR. We have as Bam Bam, no, everyone backed up because W backed everyone up, and Bam Bam now has the 5-second penalty for colliding and also a damaged wing, so not too good for him.
So safety car restart as W leads them away coming into the last corner and starts
really
the 9-lap sprint that we're going to have, and Kitten Feather gets a good restart, so does KO2. But Bam Bam in P4 after the unlucky penalty, but
as Yippo's going up in middle.
Flying Jippo out of nowhere, going up to P4 after having started from 20th, now up to P4. Flying Jippo could potentially win this Grand Prix. W loses 2 positions in 1 corner. Kitten is now putting under pressure into Keotin to turn 4, as Flying Jippo now takes up to P3. So it's between Flying Jippo, Kitten Feather, and Kyojin now for the lead of the Grand Prix. As there's 8 laps to go. As Kyojin defends as much as he can, but I don't know if he can maybe last it with the grip that Kitten, maybe Flying Jippo, has. As Kyojin nearly loses the back end.
As W's tires are just absolutely, I believe, done. I think those tires are done, so... Yeah, I know he wanted to go for a hopeful move to keep it up, but I also think he was trying to help Kyo-chan try and get the victory. He was trying to do a teammate favor. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see what Kitten and Kyo-chan have. So
now it's almost a last to first challenge for that Flying Jipper, who's now got.
Can you also, while we got a moment, can you pull up see if any of the top, I'd have to say the top 6, top 10. Right. Top 10 have any penalties?
I'll do it in a second.
Thank you.
I'll do actually after the race. It'll be,
well, some people like to know. I know it's interesting, but some people want to know. Okay, no problem, no problem.
Flying Jipper is about to take a move. He's got the slipstream now, coming up to, going on to the
turn 1.
First corner.
There you go.
Turn 1, yep.
As Kitten Petter trying to keep in with Kyo-chan, as Kyo-chan's trying to keep away from the 2 guys on the medium tires. Jones is there too. He's not too close, but he is there. W is still in 5th place. I don't know how, but he is staying there, and he is not staying too far away from Jones. So these hard tires might be coming back to life for him. So this is wow. I just don't have words. 20 laps on these hards, and he is still fighting in the top 5. So obviously I'm on board with Kitten, as Kitten should have DRS either this lap, I think it's this lap, or next lap.
W must say it is the end of this lap, so they will get DRS when they cross the line.
As Flying Hippo has lost a little bit of time to Kitten Petter now, so Kitten's almost got the 1 second gap to him, but Kyo-chan's got about 7/10 on Kitten Petter, but it's coming down. Kitten's not using too much of his ERS, and Kyo-chan's trying to save.
Kyo-chan's trying to dump his ERS, trying to build that 1 second gap. They didn't worry about DRS, but it hasn't really worked out. That sets the fastest lap, but Kitten now has a DRS. DRS is enabled on this lap coming to the first corner.
As he gets he goes in a little bit deep, so he gets a better, a little bit loose on the exit, but should get DRS, and he does. This is going to help him get a little bit closer, but Kyo-chan's got good speed. But through this middle sector, if I'm correct, Kitten should, if he stays within DRS zone, he'll be able to pull up, because these medium tires will be able to hold the corners a lot better. As there's a yellow flag sector, Coleman, I think. I'm staying up front with the front, so if you can tell me what happens if it's towards the back, as D-Crime sets the fastest lap with a 1:30.2. Kitten's lost quite a bit of time in this middle sector. He is not.
He made an error coming into the middle sector, and that kind of opened the gap. He lost his DRS. It's now Flying Jippo that is putting him under pressure. So if he didn't make that error, he probably could have made a that. But that's giving more breathing space to Kyojin. 6 laps to go.
I think Coleman spun or someone. Or if he's just waiting for someone to catch up, maybe? I'm not...
Yeah, Coleman did spin.
Yeah, Coleman's just letting people by. That's fair enough. Kitten is trying to pull back the gap, but Kyo-chan's just able to keep that second gap. And Yippo is now on Kitten Petter, so he has DRS. He's not going to be close enough for Sector 1. I hope he does not make a move until Sector... just after turn 1 and turn 2, and he does think better of it. He gets a good exit. I just want to know if there's any penalties between the front 3. If you could give that for me, please. I need to know that so we know who's going to win the race. Does Kyo-chan, Kitten Petter, or Flying Yippo have any penalties? As I think Coleman's about to retire. No, he is not.
No, he is not. I think not many penalties.
He's gonna be ghosted, so it should be okay for everyone. As Jones
top 3 do not have penalties. So
what about Jones?
So they're all fighting 4.
Okay, position.
Jones does have a 5-second.
Yes, that's right. So that's why I'm not really worried about Jones right now. So, oh my God, you want intervals? You can see the intervals to the leader. There you go. You don't need to. I just want to know if they're there, but there you go. As Flying Hippo is 8/10, so Kitten and Flying Hippo are both right there in DRS zone, DRS range. Sorry, and will get to go for it. Kitten has a little bit more ERS than Kyochin has, so can Kitten catch him? Can Kitten? He's pulled a little bit of a gap to Yippo now, so he's got that second gap. And he is coming for Kyochin, so maybe he just wanted to save those medium tires for a lap. That's what I have to believe, is that he was just trying to save him, so he didn't use too much at the start, and he saved some fuel maybe, and he's ready to go. And look at him, he is right there with Kyochin now, so we're really going to know who's going to win the race in these next couple laps, as he gets a little loose off turn 3, but he's not too far out of it. He has to stay within DRS range in this middle sector, and he's doing a better job, but it just depends on the exit. As he goes a little bit lighter on the throttle and does a very good exit as they come into the long left-hander, double left-hand, double apex, as you would say, as he uses DRS, as Kitten's lost a little bit of time there. He had DRS, but he's lost a little bit of time, but he's gaining it back up. So I don't know if Kyochin is, I don't know how, but he is still keeping that gap on these hard tires. Kitten is giving it everything he's got. For once in my career, I really hope that one of these two gentlemen will get the win. I know Flying Hippo's there. I agree he did a great job to get third, but I really would like these two to battle on the last lap to see who would get the victory.
Getting that win, 7/10. He's got DRS. He's got DRS. He's got more. He's got about 3 times more ERS than
yes, he does. Kyochin's almost out of ERS, so really and truthfully, Kitten should be able to pick him off here, because he's just being smart. He's not using his ERS. He's just using the DRS to get into the zone, and he's just coasting with that ERS, saving it. He knows he's got more. I'm sure he's got the stream on. I'm sure he can hear us in the background. He's ready to go, so he's just waiting, biding his time. He doesn't want to do it too early either, because then that allows Kyochin to get DRS back as well. So if he really wants to do it, unless the move is there, he waits to the straight. He waits till he gets the DRS. Then he can get the DRS for the second zone, pull a little bit of a gap, hopefully get enough in the middle sector to pull out a gap enough, and pull away. But you really just got to be careful with it. Kyochin is now not using ERS, so he's got a little bit, but he doesn't have as much as Kitten does. Kitten has a lot more than Kyochin does.
Kyochin goes really wide at the exit 12, compromises line for the 13, so Kitten now within the 3/10. So that
he's right there. He is right there.
If you get a clean run in the last corner,
and he did get a clean exit there.
He needs to get a clean exit in the last corner.
And Kyochin's using it early. I don't think he's smart by doing this. I think he's wrong in using it on that straight, because now he's obviously he's not got a lot of ERS to start with. And with Kitten using having so much, look at this. Look at the run he's gonna get.
It's a great run.
Now is he gonna make the move? I think he just stays. I think he just goes for the undercut, and he is trying to get the cut back. As he gets a little bit loose, but it's okay. It's not a big loose. He's gonna get that run again. As he's going up into turn 3. Can he make the move around the outside? No, he cannot. DNF'd. Is there going to be a safety car? This could kill everything.
There's no safety car, as we were very good. So Kyochin defends as much as he can. Kitten got a little bit loose in turn 1, which kind of compromised his run coming up to turn 4, and that kind of saved Kyochin a little bit. Okay, it has to save a lot of ERS in this sector in this moment. Kitten goes really deep, almost hits the back.
It's not that bad though, because he's still there. So here we go. We got 2 laps to go, guys. You couldn't ask for anything better than this. 2 laps to go. A brilliant fight for the lead. A brilliant drive from both drivers, and this is just going to be fantastic to watch at the end. On the last lap, hopefully one of the two guys will not take each other out, but we'll see.
Kitchen has got 2 more laps to hold on to his 14-lap hold medium. He's got hard tyres. As Kitten again uses the back end a lot, being a bit too eager on the throttle, but still has such a good straight line speed.
As he goes around the outside, is he gonna get the cutback? No, not this lap. Not this lap.
Gets the easy throttle, gets a fantastic run. This is his best chance. Doesn't go for the slipstream, interesting enough. Now he does. Pulls back around the outside.
Goes for a
bucks up.
Can he get the move? They're gonna be neck and neck.
He's got the better grip. Kitten takes the lead.
Fastest first sector too. Fastest first sector too. Not just to mention, he's got fastest first sector.
Kitten takes the lead. Just about. Kitten's tires started to lose grip when he exited. I almost stayed and spun off. But Kitten,
Kitten gets loose.
And he slams in the back of Kitten.
They both have the about the same ERS, so this is not gonna help Kitten Petter out too much. He's got a little bit, so he really needs to pull a gap here in the next couple corners.
I think he's got it done just about. I don't know if Cajun can
I don't want to say anything until it's done and dusted, because he is 4/10.
At the same time, we also got Cajun.
As Airborne's about to make a move on Jones there, if you can get that while I stay with Kyochin for a few seconds.
Right,
as they go down the main straight, Kyochin's getting a run. Can he make the move? Kitten defends to the inside. Kyochin goes to the inside. Oh no!
Kitten locks up.
Both of them make it. They're good.
But holds on. But Kyochin gets a much better run, but has nowhere to go with it because Kitten was still there. Kitten going around the outside and trying to hold it from there. Kyochin dives down the inside, but just makes it stick. Kitten gives him the space. Kitten got much better run.
He's getting
from the
pushed.
outside.
Oh my god, what a move! What a move!
Kitten holds on to the lead on the final lap. Can Kyochin retaliate or do anything about it? Not he can. So Kitten doing all his work.
Failed looks like he's dropped. I think Failed spun or something's happened to Failed.
As Kitten both double lock up, both squirming for traction. On the last lap, it's the last DRS zone. Kyochin gets the DRS zone again.
He's got the inside.
He's got the inside.
Kitten's gonna stay there, but he gets the move. And they're still oh!
They both touch, but they're still okay. Kyochin goes to the curb, somehow doesn't spin from that curb. Incredible. Incredible stuff.
They're still going to be fighting for the line. I don't think it's over with yet.
It's literally last corner, last lap. As Kyochin, why didn't Kitten defend there? Kyochin goes on the inside. He forces him wide. Kyochin steals the lead on the last lap, and Kyochin wins the Bahrain Grand Prix from Kitten Petter.
What a race! Wow, what a finish! And Airborne comes home after getting bumped, spun, lagging out, comes back, did have a penalty to finish 5th.
Flying Chipper finished like 20th, gets on the podium.
What a race. There's no words for it. There's just no words for it. It's just wow. Just wow. Flying Yippo up 17 spots. 17 spots to P4. Biggest loser of the day, Dre Diggy, but also failed for starting on pole and not, unfortunately, doing anything with it. As you said, yeah, Kitten just was too nice to Kyochin. He just too nice. I don't have them all added. Just give me a few minutes here, guys. We're gonna get the. I'd like to do the top 3, and I'd also like to get Airborne in just because of his lag and being able to come back in 5th, if that's okay with you. You good with that? Okay. Actually, if you could do me a favor and send the invites out, because if I try and send invites to them, it will take me off of the broadcast. If you can just do that for me, that'd be great.
Yep. And as we look at the final results,
I actually have to, because I have the party private. Sorry guys, it'll only be a few minutes.
There you go, he gets P4 after Great. We got Jones, who finished in P10 after the 2 penalties he had to serve, which is such an unfortunate one. For one moment, he was actually going to win the Grand Prix. Failed UX at P11, we got Erect in P12, Bam Bam at P13. Again, one person that was very unlucky in those races, P14.
Yes, unfortunately, guys, we're damaged towards the end. If you have joined the party, just hang on for a few moments. We're just waiting for everyone to get in before we ask the questions, but we're just waiting for everyone to come in. We got a couple people so far. Yes, everyone's here. Everyone, can we hear everyone? Has everyone made it so that their sound will come through the for the broadcast when we ask your name? Just say yes, and then if people can hear you, they're gonna say it, and if they're not, they're gonna say something. So first, Flying Yippo, say yes, please. Kitten Petter. Kayochin. And Airborne Tiger. Alright guys, can you hear everyone in the chat please? If you can't hear someone, let me know. My first question is going to be between the two. It's either or, whoever wants to start. Kayochin and Kitten Peta, you've been racing pretty much the entire race from first lap to last lap. Just take us through the whole entire pretty much battle and how it came together at the end. Start whoever wants to start. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not on the game. Sorry. Sorry. Go from now. Sorry, I wasn't on the game. Sorry. My bad. That's on me.
Yeah. So I have to start over there?
Yes, please.
Start.
Alright, so first of all, good racing from both of us. I really thought you had me at the end there. I got extremely scared, but from the start, I think I was keeping up fairly well with the mediums. Just waiting for the softs to wear out so I can make a move. But as soon as the safety car came out, it really did get me. I got scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen, so I just stuck to the plan and worked out.
Yeah, those last few laps were pretty intense. I think from both of our ends. I think that wound up being 0.06 of a second. I'm not sure what the closest finish ever was, but that's up there. No, those last few laps were a lot of fun. Going back and forth, my mediums had started to go off because honestly, Jippo was racing me so hard. So fair play to him after that last safety car that I had to burn a lot of ERS. So I was kind of saving, waiting for an opportunity, and then Kayochin over here probably should have blocked him going into the final corner, but I thought I could get a better run if I had just kind of stuck it on the outside. But mistakes were made. What can I say?
Sure.
And thank you to the haters. Thank you.
But you know what? It was a great race from the both of you. I appreciate you giving the space too, because either of you could have took each other out at any of the stages, but you guys managed to keep it together, keep it on the track. It was beautiful to see, honestly, it really was. It was a great drive from both of you. I'm glad for Kitten Petter, even though yesterday I did say something that you would not, and I'm eating my words right now, but we both got P2s. We both said we wouldn't get anything, and we did, so congratulations to you, Kitten. Congratulations to Kayochin for winning the race. Brilliant drive. Dougie, anything for those two before we move on?
Yeah, I got a couple questions. First for Kitten. Actually, no, first for Coach. When you were on the hard stint, did you honestly think you kind of lucked out in the safety car, or did you think that you probably could have won the race from that?
So actually what's going on is, I thought thought you was gonna pit because he was talking about it, but he didn't. So I was just really sticking it out with hearts. So I was gonna stick it out with the hearts, but I was like on the edge of pitting, but I didn't near the end. So
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna piggyback off that. I think that last safety car came in a weird spot, at least for me, because I was gonna throw on softs, but I didn't quite think that I was gonna make those last 8 or 9 laps, at least at full bore. So, I was honestly half expecting Jones to come storming through everybody because he pit right behind me and he had the softs on, but yeah, it kind of threw everyone's strategy off. You never really anticipate that second safety car coming up.
Yeah, I get it. My last question would have been, at one point you were, obviously you were on the mediums, you were running on your race on your own. You were going to pit again. Did you honestly think you were going to end up on the podium in your last stint? Before the safety car was going to happen? Or did you actually...
Yeah, I did. I think, if I had made it, I was looking at lap 21 or 22, throw on the softs, and pretty much try to blitzkrieg the field from there. I'm not super quick on a lot of checks, but Bahrain's probably one of my best. So this was kind of the opportunity to do that. My initial strategy was soft, medium, soft.
Alright, I got a question. Sorry, Dougie. I got a question for Flying Yippo, who finished third. First thing I'd like to say, brilliant drive. Well done for your first race. Way to show us that the silver drivers can be up there and can compete. It's brilliant to see. Thank you so much for doing that. You give us all hope. But obviously you started last on the grid due to a unfortunate circumstance in qualifying. You had to work hard. I think you had to battle through the field a couple times. I think there's a few things that went on. Obviously the safety cars helped, but to get third, well done. Just your thoughts on the race. Now, just a mention for Jones. Jones did have a couple of time penalties, so even if he did catch up to you, he would have had to pull out a 10-second gap. He had 2 5-second penalties. Dougie, anything for Flying Yippo?
Yeah, congrats on your podium, actually. Arguably one of the drivers today. There's many to name. KH was one of them as well. Did you honestly think that at one point you were going to get a podium after all your trials and tribulations? And yeah, that's it. That's all the questions I got, actually.
Alright, obviously we have the gentleman that had the most interesting of the race, Airborne Tiger, who started in the top 5. Unfortunately didn't get the greatest of starts, then dropped down the field, came back up, and then there was the most craziest thing. If you watch it on the stream and you missed it, either of you, Kit and Flying Yippo, Coyote, and watch it back, all of a sudden, Airborne Tiger was in 7th, Jones was in 6th, and Seagrass was in 5th, I believe, at the time, or around there. All of a sudden, they all lagged at the same time, and Airborne like flipped ahead of Jones, and then was mid-car with him. You had Seagrass on the outside, so they were 3 wide going into, I think it's turn 10? Am I right, Dougie? Turn 10?
Yeah, turn 12.
turn 12, sorry. And just, yeah, it wasn't going to work. Jones sent it up the inside, which probably wasn't the smartest of ideas, but with all the lag going on, it caused Airborne to spin. So I just want to say to Airborne, well done. I know the safety car helped you at the end with the soft tires, but you passed a lot of people to get back into fifth position, obviously, with the penalty that you did have. So just a few thoughts on your race.
Well, didn't get a great start. Dropped down from like 4th to 11th. Everything was fine from there. Pit on the hard tires, doing the one stop. And then actually what happened there is my internet went completely out. And I was on AI for like 3 to 4 laps. Came back, my first lap back from my internet being out. Safety car came out. My chief strategist, Warner, told me to put on sauce. And I threw on the sauce and ran back to, well, it said I got P5, but I got P4. It messes up when you get kicked out of the lobby and have to join back.
Oh,
so.
yes, because of the glitch. Right. I wondered if you had time penalties.
So I'm actually in P4, yeah.
Okay, so it was correct with the P4. Yes, I forgot about that. But everyone was having a little bit of issues with sometimes having some lag. But yeah, again, well done. Dougie, anything for him before we conclude this?
Yeah, I think we get the last question actually. Everyone, it was very good recovery after what happened at the start. Did you feel like there was any issues like with your tire wear, or did you feel like you felt like you had good pace during that race? Do you feel like if you didn't have the bad start, could you have gone out to fight for the win potentially if you actually had a more linear race, shall we say?
Well, I don't know. You can never really say that, but definitely think I could have been up there, but I mean, there's nothing I could do about it, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good to end on a note there. Well, from me and Dougie, thank you guys for watching tonight. Don't forget that we do have one more race tomorrow, Thursday night, 8:15. We have the Platinum class. And if you've watched the 2 races over the last 2 days, you're in for a treat because there is going to be a lot of people, including Dougie, will be racing in the Red Bull. So it'll be good to see. Thank you for being here and good night. We are out.